Okay, injuries, Jelani Woods had a shoulder. Disappointing loss, obviously very poor performance, especially on offense. You know, we'll go back. All we can do, right? Everybody, each person has to go back, starting with me, right? That's what I said in the locker room. I mean, the offensive performance, that's why I was brought here. That's my responsibility. So we got the players. We got players that are plenty good enough. I have to do a better job. It starts with me on offense. I got to do a better job getting the guys ready to play, putting guys in good position to win, and having answers when we face problems. You know, I thought the defense played well. You know, special teams has been great all year. Obviously, had the block punt was a big play, so maybe not the best day there, but overall, you know, for the year, special teams has been good. But ultimately, you know, all you can do is go back and look at each play by play. I'm not, you know, I mean, I haven't seen the film yet, obviously, so it's going to be hard to comment too much on specifics. But offensively, it starts with me.
Frank, you guys made the quarterback change. You fired Marcus. Given what happened today on offense, do you still feel like those were the right moves to make?
You know, every day you're trying to make the right decisions to get better. Every decision is what's best for the team. Those decisions can't get weighed in a day or a week. They have to get weighed over time. And so, yeah.
Frank, you do say that everyone gets evaluated after every game. So after a day like this, you're going to go look back at the quarterback position. Would you consider, you know, another guy there, either Matt or Nick?
I have, you know, yeah, yes, everything gets evaluated, but to say, would we look at anything else, I can't say that right now. Have to go back and look. Like I said, it's hard for me to look at anybody else right now. I just felt like I got to do a better job. I got to do a better job.
Where do you think specifically that you can make a change right now? Where do you start, I guess?
Listen, my experience tells me, and you know, I know this doesn't carry any weight out there, but you're never as far off as you think. I don't care what anybody says. I've been around it too long. So you start play by play, coach by coach, player by player, trying to make the right decisions, trying to make the right adjustments, trying to find ways to get better.
Frank, like you said, Joel mentioned, you fired your OC, you traded a running back, you benched your quarterback, and you said you got to find answers. It looked like today you didn't have any answers offensively. Does it feel like you're going to find those?
I always believe I'm going to find them. You know, I mean, shoot, I've been doing this a long time, and I've been through some rough seasons before as a player and as a coach. And I know I believe there's answers out there. I mean, that's why as coaches and players we do what we do. And you always have to, the competitor in you knows that there's answers. The competitor in you knows that it's not that far off. So you keep fighting and scratching.
When you guys benched Matt, it was about the turnovers, right? And you're not getting the turnovers now, which is certainly a fortunate thing, but you're also not really putting the ball in play very much, being very aggressive. You can't win like that either. I mean, what's the lesser of two evils?
Yeah, fair statement and a true statement. You know, we got to do more on offense, and we got to do more on offense. And like I said, that starts with me. You know, we've made the moves that we've made. I'm not right. I mean, everybody's responsible. Everybody has their role to play. But, you know, I'm the leader of the offense. I'm the leader of the offense, and that's my responsibility.
Do you feel like this offense has regressed under Sam at all?
Pardon?
Do you feel like this offense has regressed with Sam under Sam at all?
I don't think I can say that. I mean, for only two games for Sam. I mean, you know, listen, you know it was going to come up. It was going to be hard coming up here in Foxborough against Bill Belichick and against this defense. You know, I certainly did not anticipate today. I really didn't. I mean, I was really anticipating good things. I think we all were, and but I think that's why we're wired like we're wired. That's why we do what we do, because we believe. We believe in what we're doing. We believe in who we're doing it with, and so you fight and you scratch and you claw, and sometimes it works out for you, and sometimes it doesn't. But you keep fighting.
Is it fair to say your offense is going to go nowhere until the line starts to play better? 9 sacks today, that's the most they've allowed before. I mean, since the year before you showed up.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I understand that's a big number. I got to look at it. You know, was I putting them in the right position? You know, are we giving them, you know, the work that they need to to be ready for that. Was the ball coming out to the right place on time? Where the receivers are, it's everything. So I'm not going to put it on the O-line. I've been in games where we had 9 sacks before as a player and as a coach, and then you turn it around. So I'm going to just believe we can get that figured out.
Where do you think you've gone wrong? You just kind of started this by saying, take the blame on yourself. Where do you think you've gone wrong this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we're 9 games into it. It's not been pretty. It's hard right when you're in the middle of it to, I'm not going to give any big self-evaluation. You're always critiquing yourself week by week, play by play. But ultimately the offense, I'm the head coach. And so, we had higher expectations than where we're at right now. I don't want to stand up here and say, we can still do it. Although we can, and I've seen it done. We've been a part of doing it. So, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about, doing my job better, and which means trying to get this team ready.
So assuming that coming into the game, Matthew Judon was a focus. He had 3 sacks within 3 quarters that they were pressure sacks, and then a 4th that they didn't call a penalty. What was he able to do? How good is Matt Judon?
Yeah, he's a really good player. We had a lot of focus on him. We were trying to put the back to his side, but they were running games with him, and they beat us. They beat us on some games. They executed some games pretty well that we just, that we didn't execute on. But he's a great player. Obviously, leads the NFL in sacks. We knew that coming in. We had tried to give him a lot of attention coming in and chip him and slide to him when we could. But obviously, we didn't do a good enough. We didn't do a good enough job.
Last one here.
Move that prior to the bench and playing Will Fries. With prior, is it just do you feel like you run out of options and trying to have him make a significant role in the offensive work?
We think Will Fries is a good player, and we had some struggles there early, and so we've been talking about maybe rotating Will in because of what he's been doing in practice. So that was a decision that that was made. Like I said, I always allow the position coaches to kind of handle that in-game rotation. So Strauss just gave me a heads up that he was going to make that rotation and let Will play some. So we'll look at the tape and see how each of those guys played.